I never forget you. For the summer way you suffer for me. Sweet mother, I never forget you. For the summer way you suffer for me. Hey guys, welcome and thanks for joining me yet again for lesson number 3. I want to start by giving a acknowledgement and a shout out to KJ Senior and to Stefan Mayer. He's out in Germany and he wants to learn how to speak Shona with his sculptor. So I think this lesson is, while it's a broader lesson, I think we can successfully dedicate a large part of it to you. And I just wanted to tell you guys thank you, and I just want to say thank you to everybody who's been following these lessons. And I promise I'll be uploading more and more lessons as we get deeper and deeper into Shona. Having said that, today what we want to specifically look at is how to use Shona. Now that we know how to spell the words, now that we know how to pronounce them correctly, let's start using them. Now, I'm going to break the next few lessons down in categories. Now, I'm going to start with greetings. We're just going to, the broad name for this particular lesson, we're going to call it useful sentences or useful phrases. You know, you start with a bit of useful phrases, all of a sudden your phrases become sentences, your sentences become paragraphs, and before you know it, you're speaking the language. Now, like I promised at the beginning of these lessons, we're going to be taking a very technical approach when we do it. Now, the first thing we're going to look at is greetings. Now, in any society, in any culture, in any country, greetings are the most important thing. First thing you do when you meet somebody, you greet them. You're meeting them for the first time, you greet them. Then you introduce yourself. If you already know them, the first time you see them, you greet them. Now, in Zimbabwe or in the Shona culture, greetings are very, very important. You will notice people greet each other almost all the time, throughout the day. Not just, and even though you would have met and greeted each other that afternoon, there is a it's a greeting. You say pachipangwe, which means we greeted each other earlier, but I know I'm greeting you again. Like, are you still doing okay? Pretty much. Now, the reason why I bring this up is just to emphasize how important greetings are in the Shona language and in the Shona culture. So that's why we're going to emphasize, we're going to dedicate a large part of this lesson to greetings, understanding the greetings, and also majorly important, what exactly it is you were saying and why you are saying it, when to say it, and how to say it. And when I do say how to say it, what I mean is, if you are talking to somebody older than you, or somebody you're supposed to be respecting or want to respect, and you see them and you want to ask, a very common greeting is, it translates directly to, are you strong? Basically meaning, how are you? Are you in good health? Are you doing okay? It's makasimba ere. And then in Shona you can just say magasimba or magasimba ere. It's the same thing. Now, if you're talking to somebody older than you, or if you're talking to a group of people, you say makasimba. If you're talking to someone younger than you, or your peer at your same age, at your same level, you say wakasimba ere. Wakasimba. Now, if you go to somebody older than you and say wakasimba, that's kind of disrespectful. You don't want to do that. You don't want to say that. So if it's somebody older than you and somebody you want to respect, you say wakasimba. Okay, so having said that, let's get into the lesson for today. So we're going to look at greetings. Let's start in the morning. The morning greeting is good morning, which translates to mangwanani. So that's pretty universal. You can say that to somebody older than you. You can say that to somebody younger than you. Mangwanani, that's good morning. Mangwanani, good morning. Now, we're going to use our vowels. Remember, I said throughout this whole course, we're going to be using vowels a lot. So let's look at the word mangwanani. It's a pretty interesting word, but like we've done throughout all the classes, all the lessons, we're going to use vowels. Mangwanani.
That's the word. Now say it over and over and over and over again. Keep saying it until it's at the point where it's almost redundant, and then keep saying it again some more. So next time you see somebody, it's like, good morning, mangwanani. Good morning, mangwanani. Mangwanani, good morning. Mangwanani, mangwanani. And then before you know it, it'll stick. You say it over and over and over again. Mangwanani. You're watching television, the news comes on. Now I know I'm not trying to teach you how to be crazy, but it actually works. And the newsreader comes on and says, good morning. You reply to him, mangwanani. Wonderful. Now, if somebody says mangwanani to you, just like in English, somebody says good morning, you say good morning back, right? Mangwanani, mangwanani. Now, if you want to, you can add an ah. Now, the ah is just a little, I can't even think what you call it. It's not really a figure of speech. It's almost more of an expression. Oh, good morning, you know. But if someone says mangwanani, you're like, ah, mangwanani. That's like saying, oh, good morning. You know, you're excited that they've greeted you. You're greeting them back, you know, showing your excitement or your enthusiasm back. So somebody says, mangwanani. Ah, mangwanani. But if you want to, you can just say mangwanani, mangwanani. That is absolutely acceptable and it's absolutely correct. Mangwanani, mangwanani. Okay, so we're going to try it. I'm going to start with you. Mangwanani. And you say mangwanani right back. Perfect. That's it. You have gotten the first part and the most important part of greetings down packed. Good morning, good morning. Now the second part, of course, you want to find out, how are you today? How are you feeling today? Same thing as in English. Good morning. Oh, good morning. How are you today? I'm fine. Shona is no different. That's exactly how we greet. So, mangwanani, that's person one talking, person two responds, mangwanani. Then we're going to look at the second part. How are you? Remember we said earlier, you want to see, are you strong? Are you in good health? Makasimba. You can just leave it at makasimba, which means, are you strong? Or are you doing okay? Or you can say, makasimba here. Here is the question. Are you okay today? I know it sounds a little bit tricky, but if you say magasimba or magasimba here, it's exactly the same thing. Magasimba is just kind of like the lazier way of saying it. You're just not saying one extra word. Hey, how are you? How are you today? You know, almost the same thing. It means the same thing. How are you? How are you? Makasimba. So let's look at that word again. We get to use our vowels. Yay! So here's the word. Makasimba. Very straightforward. And remember again, when you're speaking Shona, your vowels are absolutely going to help you. Makasimba. And then if you want to, you can just say ehe, which means yes. Or you can say ehe ndakasimba or ehe takasimba. Same exact thing, but here's the difference. Takasimba is plural and it's also respect. Remember? The same word you'd use to address a group of people is the same word you'd use to address one respected person. And the reason why we do that, if you're talking to a group of people you don't know, it's a mixed bag. There's maybe some older people, some younger people in the group. So you say, Makasimba here. If it's one person, my peer or somebody, you know, younger than me, Wakasimba here. That's singular. Wakasimba. And then if it's plural, Makasimba. So if I wake up in the morning and I see my brother, I'm like, hey, mangwanani. Just the same way I'd say it if I saw my grandma. And my brother would respond back, ah, mangwanani. And then to my brother I'd say, Wakasimba here, because he's younger than me, okay? Wakasimba. And he'll say, hey, ndakasimba. Ndakasimba, I am strong. We'll break down these words later, in later lessons. But right now, I just want us to know the words, just useful greetings. Whereas if I saw my grandma or somebody older than me, I would say Makasimba, here, or Makasimba. And she would reply, not in singular. Remember my brother said Ndaka Simba, which is just one person. My grandma would reply in plural, Taga Simba, even though she's just one. But I've extended respect to her. She's acknowledging me for respecting her. Okay, so that was a lot of stuff, a lot of words. Let's go back, let's clean the board out, and let's look at those words one at a time. So it's morning. Remember that word? You're going to say over and over and over and over today. Mangwanani, good morning. Mangwanani, good morning. Or you can say, Mangwanani. Oh, good morning. If you want to be fancy, Mangwanani. Or you could just simply say Mangwanani. It's very possible that you can end the greeting right there. But remember, in the Shona culture, greetings are a big deal. Greetings are a big thing. So always ask the person how they're doing. If you don't, that's not a bad thing. But if you do, that's a good thing. I don't know if I'm making sense. So, of course, you're going to wake up in the morning, Mangwanani. The person's going to reply you back, Mangwanani. It might be surprised too. Mangwanani. Okay? And then you want to ask them how they are doing. Are you strong? Remember, if they're older than you or you want to respect them, Makasimba. Or you can say, Makasimba here. Here is asking the question. Let me put it this way too. You can say, Makasimba is a question, and they know it's a question. Or you can say, Makasimba here. As long as it ends with here, it means it's a question. So let's clean the board one more time. Mangwanan, Mangwanan. Magasimba ere. Tagasimba. Okay, that's your morning greetings. Good morning, good morning. How are you? We are fine. Because I said we're going to make it very redundant, I'll say it one more time. Remember, it's the morning. You're seeing this person for the first time since last night, or maybe you're seeing them for the first time. Mangwanani, Mangwanani. Magasimba ere, Tagasimba. So in the same way, if somebody greets you first, hey, Mangwanani Stephen. And then you say, Mangwanani. And then they might ask you, Ko Wakasimba. If they're older than you, they're going to ask you, Wakasimba. And then you respond back, eh. Eh just simply means yes. That's another word I just want you to get used to. Eh. So anything, anytime anybody asks you a question, if your answer is yes, just say eh. If it's your friend, you can cut it even shorter and just say eh. That's my favorite one. But the correct way of saying it is eh. Eh is more colloquial, and it's, it's a whole lot lazy. Instead of just putting that E at the end, you say eh. So that's how your morning greeting is going to go. So you're going to wake up in the morning, and the reason why I keep saying this over and over and over again, the more you repeat it, the more it sticks.